Welcome everyone to my channel, a love gifter and everyone's favorite Guess the Country challenge. Before you start the quest, click like and subscribe to the channel. The rules are simple. You will see 30 sets of flags and silhouettes. You will see a hint in the form of 3 country flags, of which you need to guess one, the silhouette of which is drawn on the map. You have 7 seconds. When the timer reaches the end, you will see whether you guessed right or not. The adventure will be very exciting. If you are ready, it's time to start. Buenos Aires. The spirit of tango is present on its streets. Marvel at the majesty of the iconic obelisk, a symbol of the city's rich history and cultural heritage. Stroll through the charming neighborhoods of Recoleta and Palermo. Sweden. One of the attractions, Skansen, is an ethnographic complex, an open-air museum located on the island of Djurgården in Stockholm. Founded by Arthur Heselius on October 11, 1891. Palm Jumeirah, Dubai. This is perhaps the most recognizable brand in the UAE. The famous man-made islands were once even called the 8th wonder of the world. Now on the islands there are 800 villas and 20 large hotels, a water park, an aquarium, and a dolphinarium. Astana Baytarak is one of the main symbols of the country, personifying its prosperity and well-being. As conceived by the architects, this landmark of Kazakhstan embodied the idea of a 3-level tree of the world, symbolizing the antagonism of good and evil, and uniting the world of the dead, the world of the living, and heaven. Niagara Falls is included in the list of natural attractions in Canada. In addition, it is considered one of the wonders of the world. The waterfall is located on the border of Canada and America. With a terrifying roar, tons of water streams powerfully fall every second. Sydney's landscape is uniquely recognizable among thousands of other cities thanks to its world-famous landmark, the building of the Opera House, one of the most famous in world architecture. The Opera House is a symbol of the city, by which almost every inhabitant of the planet now recognizes this city. Hagia Sophia is located in the heart of Istanbul. It was built of brick, but expensive materials were used for decoration: ivory, gold, silver, precious stones. The cathedral was consecrated in 537 and symbolized the power and greatness of the empire. On the rocky shore of Finland's largest lake, Lake Saimaa, the Olavinlinna Fortress, or in the Swedish style Olofsborg, erected at the end of the 15th century, stands majestically. The fortress is located in Savonlinna, a small resort town near the border with Russia. The construction of the fortress dates back to 1475. The statue of Christ the Redeemer is the most recognizable in the country. It is located on Mount Corcovado. The outstretched arms of Christ symbolize the blessing of the city. It was originally planned that the statue of Christ would stand on the globe. but later the project was changed. Windsor Castle rises on a hill in the Thames Valley. It was built in 1070 and today is considered the most romantic building in the country. Moreover, thanks to its dimensions of 580 meters by 165 meters, Windsor Castle was included in the Guinness Book of Records as the largest castle in the whole world. The Great Wall of China is an imposing landmark of China, a grandiose ancient monument, and is considered the longest structure in the world built for defense purposes. It passes through northern China for almost 9,000 kilometers. Today, the Great Wall of China has become a symbol of national pride. Luxor Temple, one of the largest temples in Egypt, has a total length of about 260 meters, and the massive trapezoidal towers, pylons that decorate the entrance, reach 20 meters in height and 70 meters in length. The temple was erected by order of the then-ruling pharaoh Amenhotep III, who dedicated it to the sun god Amun-Ra, his wife Mut, and their son Kansa. The majestic sculpture of a woman with a torch in her hand, stretched to the heavens, has become the personification of American freedom. The crown on her head has 7 rays, representing the 7 continents and 7 oceans according to Western geographical tradition. In her other hand, she holds a slab with the date of the Declaration of Independence embossed on it. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. At the highest point of the Cathedral Hill in Cologne is a true masterpiece of Gothic architecture, the Cologne Cathedral. It is officially called the Cathedral of Saints Peter and Mary. Cologne Cathedral has become the most important landmark in Germany not only due to its appearance, but also due to its rich history. I can't take it anymore. Fushimi Inari Shrine, or the Shrine of 1,000 Scarlet Gates, dedicated to the goddess of rice fertility. Grandiose tunnels with portals intended for the gods were created according to the beliefs of Shintoism. The Japanese believe that visiting the Fushimi Inari Shrine brings success and prosperity. Today, Carthage is the most famous suburb of Tunisia, and once there, you will really have something to see in Tunisia. The ruins of the ancient city still stand on the shores of the Gulf of Tunisia, impressing with their grandeur and rich history. Singapore, city where everything is perfect, whether all year round, architecture, food, atmosphere. The city that never sleeps. A city, aka a state, capable of surprising even those who have seen the rest of the world. The city is as expensive as it is beautiful. Of course, this is Singapore, one of the must-see cities in the world. The Eiffel Tower is one of the most visited and recognizable architectural sites in the world. While city guests admired the monumentality of this structure, many residents, shocked by the size of the tower, were against its presence in the city and more than once demanded that the authorities dismantle this structure. Masai Mara Reserve, one of the most visited and significant reserves in Africa, located on the border with Tanzania and the Serengeti National Park. The Masai Mara is a vast African savanna where millions of animals move long distances during the Great Migration from May to September. The park is located in the northeast of Krasnodar next to the city's largest stadium of the same name. The development of the project, unusual for Russia, was carried out by specialists from one of the best German architectural companies, GMP International. All objects of the urban natural complex consist of spirals, bends and hemispherical lines, which is especially noticeable from above. Johannesburg is the largest population center in South Africa, home to about 4 million people today. The ethnic composition of the city's population is diverse, but nevertheless, 73% of the population is black. This is the richest city, providing about a third of the republic's gross product. The Matterhorn is a symbol of all the Alps, and this hill is located on the border of 2 states. The southern part of the slope belongs to Italy. The remaining 3 belong to Switzerland. For a long time, this hill remained unconquered because snow practically did not linger on the steep slopes of the mountain. Manila. This is one of the largest and most populous metropolises in Asia, and as a rule, this is where acquaintance with the Philippines begins. Our time and antiquity, modern business centers, and ancient historical buildings, luxurious villas, and poor neighborhoods coexist here. The site of this landmark in Spain is included in the list of UNESCO sites. The Sagrada Familia, or Sagrada Familia, as it is also called, gives rise to different feelings among tourists. The first associations bring to mind an ancient church building, but the unusualness of the structure suggests that it was created by an alien intelligence. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I say I cannot get up. The center of the Maya Toltec civilization in the form of one of the largest ancient cities. It is unique in that it demonstrates how ancient peoples imagined the universe and the world around them. The settlement itself is on the World Heritage List, and the Kukulkan Pyramid, which is located on its territory, is one of the wonders of the world. Taj Mahal, the historical building, reaches 75 meters in height and amazes with its majesty. The Mausoleum Mosque is one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Built in the 17th century by order of the Padishah Shah Jahan to honor the memory of his wife, who died in childbirth. Colosseum. Its shape is an ellipse, the length of which is 188 meters and the width is 156 meters. Erected back in 70 to add, and became the main symbol of the Roman Empire. The strength of the structure is maintained due to the fact that an arch capable of withstanding enormous loads was chosen as the main architectural element. Gyeongbokgung is the main palace of the country, which many rightly call the Korean Kremlin. Travelers can easily find it in the heart of Seoul. Near the entrance to the palace, you can see a monument erected in honor of the ruler Seknosa, Who created the Korean written language? Dublin Castle. This amazing historical monument was founded in 1204. It has been perfectly preserved to this day and is still the main castle in Ireland. Today, it houses a government complex of buildings. Due to its excellent acoustics, the dungeon is a favorite among connoisseurs of symphonic music. In the largest and most prosperous city of New Zealand, Auckland, one of the tallest buildings in the world was built, the Sky Tower. This is not just a huge 326-meter television tower. It is also the main landmark for travelers, no matter where you are in the country. You can see the top of the monumental structure pointing towards the center of Auckland. At an altitude of 190 meters, there is a revolving restaurant with panoramic windows. It is very interesting to read your comments at the end of the quest. You're going to love these next two games. Trust me.